Thank you all who send in questions for this edition of Q&A. Yes, I know I'm late on this, guys. I am sorry. But I'm glad that some of you are patient and you guys waited and you said, you know what, Chase has other things going on in life. Let him do that, and then he'll give us a Q&A when he's ready. And I'm ready to give this Q&A, so let's get this started. Chase Allen asks, who are some of your favorite music artists of all time? I've answered this question so many times, Chase. Like, so many times people ask me who my favorite artists are. And at this point, I'm just going to say this. I don't particularly have favorite artists. I like all types of music. And as long as the artist can put some music into these Beats headphones that I can listen to, that's all I care about at the end of the day. Just going to be honest with you. You know, I do like my Kanye. I guess Kanye, Eminem would be up there, but I don't particularly have just one favorite artist. I like all types of music. Snowdrop asks, how's Chase Bolivar holding up after Bo Dallas's injury? Oh, he's doing fine. He's helping Bo Dallas train. He says Bo Dallas is at 1,000%, which I don't even know how it's possible, but he is. So you'll see Chase Bolivar soon. Once Bo Dallas comes out and he's all smiling and doing his little shtick, you'll see Chase Bolivar pop up on here and being positive about the WWE. Shrek asks, why do people find Roman Noodle Reigns overrated? Good Shrek puns there. I would have to say mainly because he's being pushed as the guy that will become the face of the company, when we all know he's probably not ready to become the face of the company. Like, I love me Cockfist, but he's not going to be the face of the company anytime soon, because I think some wrestling fans forget, do you know that John Cena's still on the roster, right? No matter who gets pushed to the top spot, they're going to be considered a failure unless they beat John Felix Anthony Cena. And I love how a lot of people call Roman Reigns, Cockfist as I like to call him, the next John Cena, when yes, Roman Reigns has won a lot of matches, and he barely loses. Yet, has Cockfist buried a whole faction? I'm just asking you guys, has Cockfist buried a whole faction yet? Has he buried a 7-foot giant yet? Nah, he hasn't done any of that yet. He hasn't done anything like that. Just wait. For all the people calling Roman Reigns the next John Cena, you're going to seem so foolish if this guy does not succeed as the next big star, and this guy tumbles down, and we get the same old fucking bullshit that we've been getting for fucking years. People find Roman Reigns overrated because they're pissed off that the WWE is trying to create a new star. You know, I'm not saying he's the next face of the WWE. Not yet. Because until John Cena puts that motherfucker over, and until John Cena, and puts him over in a clean way. Not in a way where it's like, oh, Cena's injured and he can't fight, or, you know, Cena's foot was on the rope. No, I'm talking about 100% clean. Cena gets Superman punched right in the face, gets his ass knocked out, and Roman Reigns covers him 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is not being pushed as the next face, people. Realize who's the face of this company. It's John Cena. Roman Reigns will be pushed to the top. You guys are going to be upset about it. But guess what? At the end of the day, if this guy fails, it's going to be like Ryback. It's going to be a lot of big guys that you guys didn't like. You're going to feel bad for him and you wish that they did better with him. You will. It's going to happen. You're going to wish they did better with this character because once boom, 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 still reigns supreme, you're going to be so upset. You're going to be like, WWE, give us new stars. But they're not going to give you new stars that you want. They're going to give you the stars they want. So might as well just accept Roman Reigns. I will say Roman Reigns does need to improve in the ring. He needs to learn how to wrestle 25 minutes at least. Because most major main events can wrestle 25 minutes. I mean, look at WrestleMania 6. Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior put on a freaking great match. And that was like 30 minutes long. And you wouldn't think Hogan or Warrior would have like the in-ring work rate, as a lot of fans like to call it, to wrestle that. So as long as Roman Reigns can wrestle at least 25 minutes, he'll be fine. I just think they think he's overrated because when you compare him to the class that he's with also, like Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Bray Wyatt, he's not really up to standards when it comes to in-ring or on the microphone like those guys. But something Roman Reigns has that Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Bray Wyatt don't is a fucking look. And a fucking way to control the crowd. He does. He can control that crowd. When the crowd sees that cockfist, they're like, oh yeah, baby! And they go, so with them. They react to his moves. Roman Reigns. That's one thing that you got to learn in wrestling, kids. Impact greater than a bunch of moves. If you can hit your moves with impact, you can do well. So yeah, there you go. Johnny Russo asked, did Kane just become a beloved babyface by finally burying that stupid-ass bunny? Yes. Absolutely. Stephen Bradley asks, How do you rate Blake Slims as a quarterback? Is he better than AJ? And where do you see him in the draft? I'm surprised Blake Slims is having a good year. Like, I remember, like, if you would have told me Blake Sims would have done good for the Alabama Crimson Tide and would have led us to the college football playoffs this year, I would have laughed in your face. I would have. I literally would have laughed in your face. Blake Sims was ass in the spring. And I was so scared. I felt Alabama was going to have a mediocre season, Steve. And I said, no, we might lose like 3 games this season because we have this guy at our quarterback position. He's done well. He's not better than A.J. McCarron. I don't think he ranks high at all. He's a hard worker. I'll give Blake Sims this. This dude can work his ass off. And he's improved milestones. But I really think it's more of Lane Kiffin and the play calling than Blake Sims as the quarterback. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, you could put me at the Alabama quarterback. Tell me to throw up to Amari Cooper. Just throw a deep ball to the Amari Cooper. Yeah, fuck yeah. I'll be good too. So, Blake Sims is fine. He's better than most Alabama African-American quarterbacks. I will say that. But better than AJ? No. If Blake Sims wins a ring, maybe we can have this discussion later down the line. But as of right now, yeah, I don't even think he will be drafted, in all honesty, Steven. I would like to see him get drafted. I like seeing all Alabama players succeed, but I don't think he'll get drafted. Largest 85 asks, what if Tito Ortiz was managed by Kanye West? What would Kanye say to get the crowd to get Tito noticed by the crowd? Kanye would have to do so much, and he would fail. The crowd wouldn't even notice Tito. Tito could be standing there the whole time. Kanye could be hyping him up, saying, come on, this is Tito Ortiz, former MMA champion. Kanye can say whatever the fuck he wants, but no one would give a shit if Tito Ortiz was standing there next to Kanye West. So the bottom line, what do you people not understand with this whole Tito Ortiz thing? He cannot get a fucking reaction. So no matter what Kanye West says or does, it'll be a failed experiment. He will never get a fucking reaction, Tito Ortiz. CMC asks, thoughts on SmackDown moving to Thursday? I think it's kind of a pointless decision. I 100% agree. Why the fuck are you moving SmackDown for Thursday? Does that make any sense to anyone? Thursday is normally a good night for television. That's where a lot of big shows are on. So why would you move your brand onto Thursday night television? What, so you hope more people can watch it because it's not on a Friday night? Look, WWE, if you want me to watch SmackDown again, do something to make me care about SmackDown because I don't give a shit about SmackDown. Like, Super SmackDown was on, and it was live. You would think that would be a reason to watch SmackDown. Oh, SmackDown's live right now. I should watch it. I didn't even want to watch it. I think I only watched one segment, and that was Cockfist facing Fandango because I wanted to see how Cockfist looked in the ring. That was it, to be honest with you. Alrighty then, let's get to the other questions. Bill Bradford asked, do you think injuries have hurt the WWE this year? Kind of. Yeah. I don't know, because Ryback came back from injury. He got a good reaction. Roman Reigns was definitely saved from the injury because I think the IWC would have turned on him by now if he kept on the role he was going. But then again, I still argue that Triple H would have buried him. Ugh. Daniel Bryan, so you can make the argument, yes, but then at the same time, no. Because, like, the 3 guys that were major that got injured were Daniel Bryan, Ryback, and Roman Reigns. And like I said, Ryback's career was kind of saved by that injury. Roman Reigns is still being positively cheered 100%. I think it just hurts Daniel Bryan. So if you want to ask that question again, yes, it hurt Daniel Bryan's year, but not the WWE's year overall. I think it just hurt probably the main event picture for SummerSlam and Night of Champions, to be honest with you. Reed19 asks, what fantasy WrestleMania event do you think Vince Russo would book if he was given complete booking control? How many swords would there be? Oh, it'd be Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose at TLC. Just go look at that match, and after the exploding TV, think of blood flying down the freaking ring, and it's like raining down to the ring. Bray Wyatt's covered in blood. Then all of a sudden, Dean Ambrose no-sells that TV spot. Then he freaking dirty deeds Bray Wyatt through like the rain or something like that. The ring collapses underneath them. They all freaking get out of the ring, and then all of a sudden they're brawling for no reason. Then they just brawl to the outside, and then Bray Wyatt will get attacked by freaking like Santino Marella, and then you're like, what the fuck is Santino Marella's back? Ah! The Santino Cobra's Bray Wyatt off a truck. And then Bray Wyatt falls on top of a car. Dean Ambrose goes for a pin, but all of a sudden Heath Slater pulls Dean Ambrose off and then starts beating up Dean Ambrose, and then Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal come out. And it's like, oh, the three-man band are back. Yeah! And it'll just be stupid like that. So take Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose, what you saw at TLC, which was a pretty good match with a stupid ending. Just add more stupidity to that match. There you go. That would be Vince Russo's main event. Ferris Kenny 221 asked, what if WWE had a segment when John Cena's shovel and Triple H's shovel talked and they were talking about NXT talent? Oh, that's must-see TV. Could you imagine that? Like John Cena's shovel's like, I really want to bury that Sami Zayn fella. Soon, John. Soon, Sami Zayn will come up to the main roster, ugh. And then you will bury the Sami Zayn, ugh. Not only Sami Zayn I want to bury, Hunter. I want to bury them all. Kevin Owens, Prince Devitt, or Finn Balor, Hideo Itami. Heck, I want to face the Ascension 2-on-1 and bury those motherfuckers. Then I want to bury Adrian Neville. I already thought of the ending to me versus Adrian Neville. As Adrian Neville goes for the red arrow, I catch him as I'm down. So he hits the red arrow, but I catch him, lift him up, throw him on my shoulders, and then do an AA. That'd be pretty sick, right? Yes, John. That'd be really sick, ugh. You learned well under my tutelage or something. Just a bit of what that segment would be like would just be amazing. Greg Toomer asked, when Triple H's son is born, are we all going to worship his son? Yeah, dude. Dude, do you want to know how Triple H's son's going to be born? Once Triple H's son is born, have you seen The Lion King? You know, like The Lion King. Ciencia, salabi, barabo. And, you know the opening to Lion King? You'll see all the WWE superstars. They'll be all like running through Connecticut and stuff like that. And that song will be playing. And then they will all be looking up at the WWE towers, the Titan Towers in WWE. And then you're going to have, you know, freaking, who's a monkey? X-Pac. You're going to have X-Pac like brand Triple H's song with some paint. And then afterwards, he's going to go and freaking lift, you know, freaking baby Triple H, the son Triple H, and raise it up to the sky. And it's going to be like the Lion King, but in WWE form. Just think of the Lion King and just think of like Triple H's baby son, X-Pac holding him up, Triple H and Stephanie with their 3 irrelevant daughters, you know, just looking on, and then all the WWE superstars acting like the elephants and the hyenas and the deers, like, yeah, yeah. So yes, we will praise that. I'll be sure to attend that event as well. I think it would be really cool. The Ultimate WWE Apologist asked, how could you say TLC was a bad show? I thought it was another great show by the WWE. Every match delivered, and I thought WWE did an awesome job of setting up for the Royal Rumble. I love this guy. I hope you still are watching The Ultimate Apologist. I know it's been a while since I've done a Q&A, but I hope you're still watching. If you thought it was a great show, man, that's your opinion. I thought it was terrible. The Gochi Man asked, what is going to take for the WWE to listen to their audience and improve their product? Triple H. I think Triple H would actually listen to us a little bit more. Even though Triple H likes to act like he doesn't listen to us and makes fun of us on the promo segments, I think he would be more open-eared and want to hear what we have to say. So, yeah. Triple H. Matt Gochi asked, why were you never a Brock Lesnar fan? I'm not questioning your opinion. I just want to know why were you never a fan? Because a guy like you likes big man but doesn't like Brock Lesnar kind of surprises me. Just never got it. I just never got Brock Lesnar, man. Like, just something about him just didn't scream like, oh my God, this guy's awesome. Because keep in mind, Mac, we're coming off the Attitude Era, where I was getting my favorites like Stone Cold, Chris Jericho, The Rock, Kurt Angle. The list can go on and on. Triple H. You know, I was getting my favorites. Those were my guys. And they're all leaving. And they were trying to, like, especially Rock and Austin, and they were trying to replace him with this freaking boring piece of crap. I'm sorry. Brock Lesnar not being able to talk hurt him for me. I get it. People are going to be like, well, Ryback and Roman Reigns can't talk. Well, keep in mind this. In the PG era, I haven't been getting that much good big man wrestlers. And just being honest here, Ryback and Roman Reigns are like probably the best big man wrestlers to enter the company since Bobby Lashley. So I haven't been getting my picks of big man wrestlers because I'm so used to seeing the same 6'2", let me do some taijutsu, fucking knees to the face type of wrestlers. So when it comes down to Brock Lesnar, it was just like, you're trying to replace my childhood with this guy, and I can't get behind this guy because he's boring as fuck. The guy does wrestle really well. I'll give him that, but there's nothing interesting to me as him as a character. He felt forced down my throat, which is hilarious. That everyone's like, "Oh, women made me, forcing me through." Well, why don't people complain that Brock Lesnar's forced down your throat? Yeah, okay, sure, Brock Lesnar can wrestle, but when you talk about mic skills, it's not like Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns will blow the roof off of anything. Like, ugh. So, I just never got into him because you're trying to replace The Rock and Stone Cold with this doofus? Just saying, man. Like, it's hard to replace, my childhood icons with Brock Lesnar. Just never got into him. Just never saw the appeal. I think he's good for what he does. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm just not a fan of him in general. I'm just not a Brock Lesnar fan. But I'm not saying Brock Lesnar's ass or garbage. I think he's good for what he has to do in the ring. I think he's very interesting to a lot of people. I can see why people are interested in Brock Lesnar. I just never got interested because it's like, you can't replace Stone Cold Steve Austin with this doofus. Like, that's just me. I just never really saw Brock Lesnar as the face of the WWE. He never really just attracted me. So that's all I can really say about that. Josh Chambers asked, do you think Ben Savage and Shia LaBeouf look alike? Kind of. But Shia LaBeouf has more of a punch, like a douchebag that you want to punch in the face type of look. So yeah. Slapnuts2000 asked, what if the Breakfast Club had their own breakfast commercial when it shows them eating breakfast in the kitchen and a bunch of NXT rookies come in to attack them, and then 2 minutes later, rookies are knocked out on the floor while the Breakfast Club is eating breakfast? It would be great. That would be fucking amazing. Like, the NXT guys try to come in, steal the Trick cereal, and then Triple H just kind of looks at them, and then they just fucking drop down. That's how powerful the Breakfast Club is. They don't have to even get up from their chairs to friggin' take down these NXT rookies. They just look. They're like, what the fuck are you jobbers doing? And they go, boom. So, yeah, that'd be amazing. Joe Juicy asks, does WWE have any redeeming qualities? Young talent. That's their only redeeming quality, man. They have young talent like the Reigns, the Rollins, the Ambroses, the Wyatts, Sami Zayn out in NXT, Adrian Neville, the Ascension. They have a lot of good young talent. But who knows if that talent's going to prevail? You know what I'm saying? We can keep saying, oh, man, the WWE has good young talent, but they've had it in the past. Remember 2007? Lashley, Kennedy, Punk, Hardy. List can go on and on. MVP. And then all of a sudden, they're not even in the company anymore. So, yeah. Young talent is the only redeeming quality they have. It's up to, the WWE to push these young talents. Mr. Juicy asks, what if Brock Lesnar, Gunner, Garbage Man formed a faction to bury everybody? Would you stop watching? I'd probably only watch just to see who Brock was wrestling. Because keep in mind, I'm not a fan of Brock Lesnar, but I am against some matches he's wrestling in. Like, if Brock Lesnar's wrestling Triple H, I'm not going to fucking watch that shit. But if Brock Lesnar was facing, I don't know, like a Ziggler or a Bryan, I would watch that just because I think that would actually be a really good match for Brock Lesnar to wrestle in. Like, keep in mind, I may not be a fan of Brock Lesnar. I may hate him. But he does have some interesting matches. Like, he can actually wrestle, interesting matches that I would want to see. So, probably just only watch that. Gunner burying and Garbage Man burying people? Yeah, I probably would stop watching, actually. Just to watch the one Brock Lesnar match to see if someone would kick his ass. Fucking Brock. John Cool asked, did you ever watch Fox Kids? If so, what did you think of it? And what were some of your favorite Saturday morning cartoons? Yes, I watched fucking Fox Kids. That and Kids WB. That was like the Saturday Night Wars, baby. The Saturday Morning Wars. Talk about the Monday Night Wars. Oh, no. You gotta fucking watch Kids WB. I would be so pissed off, too, when Kids WB would be like, all right, a new Pokemon show is coming on right now. And also I go to Fox Kids. Get ready for Digimon. I'm like, fuck you guys. Are you serious? I have to channel flip. I have to put my VCR tape in there to tape one of your shows. Damn, that sucks. So yeah, I like Fox Kids. As per favorite Saturday morning TV shows, Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! At one point before all of a sudden they were dueling for their lives. Like, I swear, man, that show went downhill. They were like on top of a skyscraper. It's like, if your life points get to 0, the glass breaks and you die. I'm like, the fuck? It's a card game. Um, I have a lot, but I can't remember the names, dude. I honestly can't remember the name. I like Godzilla. That was a cool cartoon at the time. It was like after that shitty 1999 movie, they made a cartoon of it, and I thought it was pretty good. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say there. I can't think of them off the top of my head. If you can name me some cartoons, like in the next Q&A, John Cool, send me some cartoons you liked, and I'll say if I liked them or not, because I can't remember the names of some cartoons at the moment. Jake Loomis asks, have you ever seen any Star Wars movies? If yes, what did you think of them? Yes, I've seen all 6 Star Wars movies. I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars, but I've seen them. What did I think about them? One's crap. Two's kind of redeemable. I don't mind 2. Two's hilarious when Yoda's fighting Count Dooku. Like, if you didn't laugh when Yoda fucking pulled out the lightsaber and was jumping around Count Dooku, you have no soul. 3 was annoying. Like, I like the ending lightsaber battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan in 3, but other than that, good luck sitting through that fucking movie. 4 is pretty solid. 5 is really good, and 6 is really good. So my favorite would be 5. I like 5 the most, but I think 6 is like the more enjoyable movie. Like, I think 6 is like you can sit down and watch 6 and be like, man, that was an easy watch. While 5 is kind of a little bit slower than normal, but I like 5 the most. 5 is definitely my favorite. Luke, I am your father. Like, fuck, dude. When that shit dropped, mind blown. Especially if you didn't see the first 3. Like, if you didn't see the first, not the first 3, like the prequel ones before you watch 4, 5, and 6, you were just like, fuck. Mind blown. Let's see. Jay Walker asked, if John Cena went to MMA, how much would you bet to see him get his ass kicked? $800. Because I think his over-under would be very low. So I would go 800. Clarkson Lopez asked, would an anime gimmick work in WWE? And a guy that comes in a really colorful clothing and Harry Styles does karate and comes out to a Japanese theme song and anime Titantron. Yeah, I think that could work. Why not? It's a character, right? Yeah, for sure. I mean, anime is pretty huge right now. I believe a lot of people love anime. I'm not really adept into the anime world. I don't know what's going on in the anime world. I just want to keep up with what DBZ is doing nowadays. But yeah, why not? I see a bunch of kids always read anime books at my college. I think a lot of people could relate to that guy being, like a cartoon character come to life. That's what professional wrestling was at one point where, like, you look at the Ultimate Warriors, he's a comic book character come to life. So what's wrong with an anime character come to life, especially if you're going to integrate wrestlers in the future in fighting games? That'd be pretty cool for that character. So yeah, why not? I mean, you used to create Goku back in Here Comes the Pain. So why not take advantage? Why not show like, hey, yeah, we have like, this anime type wrestler. So yeah, I think that would work very well. It's a good character. Red Wolf 316 asks, in your opinion, who is your most underrated villain in DC and Marvel? Ooh. DC, I'm not really well adept in villains, but Marvel, Bullseye, dog. Bullseye gets no love. He's Daredevil's like, he's a good villain for Daredevil, man, but he gets no love. He gets treated like a jobber. I think Bullseye is very interesting as a character, too. So I have to go with Bullseye for Marvel. But DC, I'm trying to think, because, like, I only know the main villains in DC. I don't know really that much about DC. I'm not a DC type of guy, Red Wolf. I like some DC characters, like Flash, Batman, Green Lantern. But other than those guys, I don't really like that much DC guys. So, underrated villain, if I were to choose, I'd have to choose a Batman villain, and I'll choose Killer Croc. I think Killer Croc's pretty cool. I don't think he gets that much love. So I'll go with those. Rebecca Olson asks, have you ever slept with a black woman? Nope. I would like to, but I haven't. The Real Heel asks, have you ever watched Batman the Anime Series? If yes, what was your favorite episode? Mine was the 2-part episode of Two-Face. Yes, I watched Batman the Animated Series, and as for my favorite episode, I have to rewatch it, man, because I can't even remember. I like the Batman and Superman team-up, World's Strongest. I like that one. I don't know if that counts under what you're asking, because that was under Superman the Animated Series, but I like the World's Strongest. That was like my cool, or World's Finest, World's Finest, World's Strongest. World's Strongest was a DBZ movie, so World's Finest. I like World's Finest, which when he teamed up with Superman, that's the one I can think of off the top of my head, but overall, just general episodes, I have to rewatch the series. I believe it's on Netflix, too. If it isn't, then eh. What about that Batman Beyond, though? Those go-go dancers. RFV089 asks, Who would win in a glove on a pole match between O.J. Simpson and Gary Payton? What the stipulation is that if O.J. wins, he can destroy the glove so that it won't be used as evidence against him in his murder trial. And if Payton wins, he puts on the glove and starts choking O.J. out and says, "You killed 2 white people and got away with it." Gary Payton is like the best part because it's Gary the Glove. Like, if you guys are sports fans, I hope you got it. But O.J. Simpson. Because what does Gary Payton have on O.J. Simpson? Yeah, Gary Payton's from fucking Oakland. He's a tough guy. But O.J. Simpson, that guy actually killed 2 white people and got away with it. So he's going to freaking destroy fucking Gary Payton. Final Olympics asks, who would win in the first guy to get injured, loses the match in a triple threat match between Tito Ortiz, Kevin Nash, and Rey Mysterio? Kevin Nash. No questions asked. Oh, God. More Tito questions. I like the Tito questions, guys, but can you guys mix it up a little bit? Nathaniel Fanboy 1998 asks, what if Tito Ortiz got randomly inducted live on the 2015 Hall of Fame and he came out for his speech to zero reaction from the crowd and Superstars where you see the wrestlers and the fans talking, not looking at the stage, and Tito is just there with his fucking arms crossed while theme plays on the background. Fucking Tito. Sure, why not? I love Watermelon 525 asks, what if CM Punk's first opponent in the UFC is revealed to be Tito Ortiz? 1, not fucking possible because Dana White hates Tito Ortiz, and 2, CM Punk's a middleweight. And if CM Punk activates Tito Ortiz, he'll get his ass kicked. Scott Steiner asks, what up, you fan heads? Don't be offended. You should be honored I'm on your YouTube channel while I can't be all with my freaks. My question is, what do you think of when I ran on that old wrinkled piece of shit, Ric Flair? By the way, fuck Tito Ortiz. Oh, shit. So we got a Scott Steiner account over here. Upset that Tito Ortiz is getting more love than Scott Steiner. Remember when Scott Steiner would be the main guy being asked my questions? Now Tito Ortiz is taking over that spot. Fucking love that promo where you ripped Ric Flair. He's like, I'll go over to WWF and I'll see Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's a real man, not a man that looks like my grandma trying to be a big time. Oh, fucking Scott, I loved it. Escarero Compton asked, what if WWE games Roman Reigns a heavy metal rock star gimmick where he came out playing a guitar and rocking out, shaking his hair and all? How would you feel about it, and would the IWC, YWC accept him? I would think that would be cool in all honesty, because that would be actually a character. You know, metal's still kind of popular today. I think a lot of the WWE superstars nowadays love metal, so they'd be kind of jealous that Roman Reigns gets a cool gimmick like that. So yeah, I think it would be cool. I don't think the IWC and YWC would accept him very well, but if he does good with the promos and does good with the singing, then yeah, I think he would do very well. So yeah, it all depends on how he's presented afterwards, you know, how he cuts his promos. Jack Doolittle asks, would a David versus Goliath match between Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar work for the title if Daniel Bryan went over? Is it believable enough, or the idea completely ridiculous? Why couldn't Daniel Bryan beat Brock Lesnar? He beat the Breakfast Club. Daniel Bryan has a chance to beat Brock Lesnar, absolutely. I don't think it would be ridiculous at all if Brock Lesnar were to lose to Daniel Bryan. Especially if you build up the story and the narrative that's what you're trying to build, was for Daniel Bryan to beat Brock Lesnar. You know, if you had Brock Lesnar beat Daniel Bryan one or two times, and then afterwards, you know, no, excuse me, repeat what I'm saying. Sorry, my dog distracted me. If you had Brock Lesnar beat Daniel Bryan a couple times, and then Daniel Bryan is coming out for one last opportunity, then yeah, I think it could work out. Why not? Justin Side asks, what if RBD would look like without his ponytail and Roman Reigns with a Cena-like haircut? RBD would look weird without a ponytail, first of all. And Roman Reigns with a Cena haircut. Oh, fucking God. Why would you ruin his big, long hair? That's like a cool thing about Roman Reigns. Why ruin that? Marcus Ryan asks, what if Triple H started carrying a golden shovel to the ring before his matches? Be fucking amazing. And Reginald D. Huff will end this Q&A asking, will 2015 be a good year for the WWE? Oh, just a good year? Yeah, it should be a good year for me. I think 2015 is going to be awesome for me. I think it's going to be a good year for me. Wrestling-wise, I don't know. Up to the bookers. They have to book better shit. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching this edition of the Q&A. I made it a little bit longer for you guys because it's been a while since I uploaded something on my channel. So thank you all for being patient with this one. I'll see you all next time. Peace.